Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. The ship is slowly waking up. It is early in the morning and I thought that I would give you a full tour of Anthem of the Seas and show you all of the tips and tricks and what I have found during our 7 days on board. So let's go check out what Anthem of the Seas is all about. Once again, I will do it from the bottom up, so I'll go to the lowest level where there's something to show you, and then we'll work our way back up here to the pool deck for the final walk around once the sun has come up. So hopefully the ship will be nice and quiet this early in the morning, so I'll have the peace and quiet to show you everything without the crowds. So let's get started. Here we can see the general layout of the ship and the decks. And you can see here that on deck 2, there's only the boarding area and a medical center. So we will start with deck number 3. Okay, so I am now at the very back of the ship on deck 3. And here you have one of the main dining rooms, the Grand Restaurant. And that is back here. I won't go in there at the moment because it is closed this early in the morning, but let me just quickly give you a look at what it looks like from the entrance. So again, here you have the Grand Restaurant. The entrance would be there, and on the other side you have Chic, which is another main dining room. So these are at the back of the ship on deck 3, and if we then continue to head towards the front of the ship, we will be going through the casino. So here we have Casino Royale. And it is a nice size casino here on deck 3. My favorite machine, the quarter pushing machine. It took all my money the last time I played. I didn't win a thing, but it's a ton of fun. Then you have lots of different slot machines here. Let me just give you a look. There's a bar here in the casino, more different types of games. You have the claw machine to try to win those bundles of dollars there. More slot machines. And then slot machines go all the way around the walls, so there's a lot to choose from. And then you have the tables here, so you have roulette and all of the traditional casino tables here spread around. And as we head out of the casino, we enter into the lowest level of the music hall. The music hall is a 2-story venue. And it is basically a dance hall, and they have a small stage here. They have the resident band playing here, and as I said, it is a 2-story venue. We'll take a look at that area upstairs once we get to deck 4, but this is beautiful. There's a bar there and lots of different seating around here. So during the cruise in this venue, they have some lectures, they have some music, they have other events. So really a versatile space here on board. And this was basically the last thing that's on deck 3 towards the front of the ship. So now let's go up one deck onto deck 4 and continue our tour from there. Okay, so we are now on deck 4 at the very front of the ship, and here you have the bottom story of the Royal Theatre. The Royal Theatre is 2 stories high, and it's a nice big venue, and here is where they have all of the big shows that they show on board. Then here next to the Royal Theatre you have the Diamond Club. Let's go quickly check that out. Good morning. Good, how are you? Lots of seating here. And then in the mornings they have some breakfast items and coffee here for the Diamond and above guests. And then in the evenings they have some appetizers and drinks as well, and great service. Then back outside, as I said, here's the Royal Theatre. There's 2 entrances on each side. And now if we start heading towards the back of the ship, we will see the 2nd story of the music hall, which we were in just a few moments ago. And on this cruise, they actually use this upper floor of the music hall for the Pinnacle guests, for the Pinnacle Club, as a spillover from the Diamond Lounge, because they want to give some more space in these times to guests. So that's how they're doing it here. But let's go look at what the music hall looks like from upstairs. Again, similar type of seating as we saw downstairs. And then you have some pool tables here as well, which is a lot of fun. You have 2 tables here, some seating with ocean views. They'll have some live sports playing here. If there's anything going on, you can see there's a bar up here as well, more pool tables. Just a nice and cozy area to come hang out. And really pretty, I have to say. And I came in from that side. There's also an entrance here where we're going out now, which will pop us out into the Royal Esplanade. And here, I'm just gonna backtrack a little bit so we can see the shops that are here lining the music hall. All right, so there's the entrance where I went into the music hall, and here start the royal shops. So there's some cosmetic stores, some purses, things along the Royal Esplanade here. And I love this chair. So funny, I think. It's like a throne. But let's continue. So, stores here, continuing, and then this is where I came out from music hall, and then here we have Brass and Buck, which is the pub on board. Again, they show some sports here if something is playing, and then there is also the bar here in the pub, obviously. I love the decor because it really looks like a proper British pub. And here you have then the bar area. And you also have live music here. So on most nights they'll have someone playing here. And a nice amount of seating in the pub. Then the stores continue on our right-hand side. And right now, since we're doing a holiday cruise, they have this beautiful Christmas tree here in front of the pub. And then next to the pub on the other side, you have Sorrento's, which is the pizza place. It's closed now, but let me just show you what the space looks like. Lots of seating, somewhat even by the windows. And here you would have then your different choices of pizza, and you can even create your own and just order your own pizza made for you. But lots of seating here. Then next to Sorrento's, we have Cafe Promenade. Where you can get some coffee and some snacks any time of the day. So this is open 24 hours and you have different snacks here that vary throughout the day. On the opposite side from the Cafe Promenade, you have La Patisserie, which is then another coffee place. You have then the premium coffees on board there, as well as some other snacks. You have the Royal Shop here, which is kind of your place for any souvenirs, any ship-specific souvenirs you might want, as well as then the liquor store to buy something to take home. You then have guest services on the left-hand side, that's there, and then on the other side you have Boleros, which is kind of like the salsa bar. For this cruise, they've had it as the art auction space, so you'll see there's lots of artwork hanging around here. And then next to Boleros, or I guess between Boleros and guest services, you have another entrance down to the casino where we were. Some fun artwork here. Inspire, love. I love that. It changes depending on which buttons you press. And then at the very back of the ship, you have two more main restaurants. So then here you have Silk on this side and American Icon Grill on the other. But as you can see, they're currently closed. So that finishes deck 4 for us. So let's head up to deck number 5. Okay, and now we have made it all the way to the back of the ship on deck 5. And here you have 270. Which is a great venue. They have some fun shows here, and they have the most high-tech shows because they have moving screens. There where you now see Anthem of the Seas, that picture, those screens, it's 6 screens altogether, and they actually move around and they're used very creatively. And then you also have these big windows here which can be brought down to make a huge canvas. So there's really great and creative shows, and there's also a bar in the corner there. And it is a 2-story venue, so upstairs you also have some further seating. Then if we come out of 270, you have the next cruise desks here where you can book your next cruise if you want to do so. And here you have Cafe 270, which is closed at the moment, but that's where you would find then sandwiches, salads, something nice and easy for lunch or for a snack. And that has the Kummelweg sandwich, which is the famous Royal Caribbean roast beef sandwich. So that you can find over here. Again, next cruise continues a little bit forwards. And then on the left-hand side, we have Vintages, which is the wine bar on board. This is a nice, casual, elegant space. Have the bar there, and then lots of different seating around. And since it is a wine bar, you then have lots of different wines to choose from as well. They do wine tastings here, and then you can also come just have a glass of wine or whatever you would like throughout the day. So that is here. Vintages. For the holiday cruise, they have these gingerbread villages around the ship, which I think are so cute. Then on the left-hand side, you have Jamie's Italian. So that's the Italian restaurant on board. And on the other side, you have more shops. So you have Bulgarian Hublot, which are kind of like the premium shops here. Then if we head towards the front of the ship from the 270 side, past Vintages, you have this corridor here that will take you to the upper level of the Royal Esplanade. Here again, you have some fun interactive artwork. So here you have all of these light bulbs that are flashing, and you can actually place your hands on these plates, and then it'll take your heartbeat, and your heartbeat will be programmed into one of the flashing bulbs, which I think is super fun. And yes, I have done it. So it always just replaces like the oldest heartbeat when a new one is being done, and all of them then have someone's heartbeat flashing there. I think that's fun. Then here you can get downstairs to the lower level where we were earlier. You have the shore excursions desk on this side, and the art gallery, the official art gallery here on this side. But for this cruise, as I said, they're using boleros for that. Then you have the restaurant Wonderland on the right-hand side. And then you have the Bionic Bar with the robot bartenders on this left-hand side. And the names of the robots are Shaken and Stirred. I love that they have names, and it's a really fun thing to do, to get a drink made by a robot. But let's pop to the other side quickly, and I will show you what Wonderland looks like from the outside. So here you have Wonderland. Imaginative Cuisine, it's called. I can quickly show you the menu, but yeah, I don't know if you can read that, it's quite tiny. But they have very creative dishes done in a very reimagined way. And it's a little bit kind of like an Alice in Wonderland theme. Here you would check in, and let me just quickly peek in for you guys so you get an idea. So you really feel like you are having tea with the Mad Hatter when you come here. Then if we come out, that's where the Bionic Bar is. And if we continue towards the front of the ship, we then have Izumi, which is basically located on top of the pub. So the pub is one level lower. And here you have Izumi, which is the Japanese restaurant on board. So there's basically some sushi and other Japanese themed food in this space. Not a huge space, but a good amount of tables here. If we continue past Izumi, we get to the schooner bar. They have a schooner bar aboard all of the Royal Caribbean ships, and it is always the more kind of traditional nautical themed bar. They have the bar there, and then they also have some live entertainment here. They have a grand piano, they have artists here, and usually all of the trivia and things like that are being held in this space as well. Then we have the photo gallery, so if you've taken any photos on board, that's where you can go view them. And right next to the schooner bar, we have Chops Grill, which is the steakhouse on board. I would say very basic or very familiar steakhouse options, so steaks and sides. Then at the very front of the ship, you have the upper level entrance into the Royal Theatre. Again, 2 entrances, one on each side, but it is closed, so I can't show you, but a very nice big venue there. On deck 5, you can also get outside to walk around. Let me show you what it looks like. It's not the running track here, but you can go all around for some fresh air and some sea views. So that's here on deck 5. And now let's head up to the next level, which will actually be deck 11 and 12, because deck 6 through 10 are just staterooms, so there's nothing more to see for us there. On deck 11 and 12, you have the Adventure Ocean, so I'll show you where that's located. I probably can't go in because I'm guessing it's still closed this early in the morning, but let's go take a look at those. And then after Adventure Ocean, once again, the next thing that we really then have is the pool deck. So let's go look at Adventure Ocean, and then it's off to the pool deck for you guys. Okay, so here we are on deck 11 and 12. At the front of the ship, you have the entrances to Adventure Ocean. And a tip I can give you is don't get a cabin below Adventure Ocean, because you can hear the kids having a ton of fun here. So you hear a little bit of running and stomping, and our cabin on this cruise is under Adventure Ocean, but it's okay. I mean, Adventure Ocean is not open all night. It closes relatively early, so for us it hasn't been a problem, but in the evening you can definitely hear some fun being had in Adventure Ocean. So just a small tip if that's something that might bother you. But let's now head up to the pool deck. Adventure Ocean is spread over 2 stories, deck 11 and 12 at the front of the ship. So now off to the pool deck. Okay, we have made it up to the pool deck, and we are at the very front of the ship where we find the adults only area, the solarium. Solariums, they also have on all Royal Caribbean ships. It's for guests 16 and older, and it's just a nice place to come and relax. They have a freshwater pool and some hot tubs. They also have the Solarium Bistro, which serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's complimentary. And then they also have the Sunshine Bar, which is one of our favorite bars on board. Really great service and great drinks. And as I said, they have a freshwater pool, which is actually 3 tiers. So they have this one below, and a third one even lower. Let's go take a look at that. And then they have hot tubs on either side with views out into the ocean, so it's really nice. Also plenty of seating here, but if you want a good spot, get here early. It is a very popular spot, especially on sea days when everybody wants to hang around on board. So here you have the hot tubs with ocean views, same on that side. You have a fun little swing here, which you can try. And then, as I mentioned, you can see the pool here. And I think the solarium on this class of ship, so Quantum class, is my favorite because these pools are big. On even some on the biggest ships, the Oasis class ships, the solarium pools are not very big. So this one definitely has lots of space. You can usually always find a space in the hot tubs or pools, and it's just a very well designed space. Oh, and I almost forgot, there's also the entrances to the bridge wings on the solarium. So if you come here past the hot tubs, you then have the entrance outside to the bridge wings. So there you can go for some wonderful views out into the ocean, and that is on both sides of the solarium at the lower level. Down there you can see the helipad. There's no access for guests to the helipad on this ship. It is a crew area, so you'll see the crew hanging out there from time to time when they have time off. Then as we leave the solarium, we have this other indoor pool area on board. But before that you have the towel station. Hello! And here you have a couple hot tubs as well as a nice freshwater pool. It does feel a little bit echoey in here because it is a covered space. You have a pool bar. They would have the option to open those windows, but I've never seen them open, so I don't think it's something they do very often. But here, again, nice and spacious if you want to come and have a swim. And then once we come out of that, we are then in the open air area of the pool deck. You have hot tubs out here. There you can get some ice cream when it's open. And here you have the main pool deck. Let me show you what that looks like. So you have the pool bar, which is called a sky bar. And then you have the pools and hot tubs on both sides. You also have a nice big screen here where sometimes they show movies, or if you have football or any sports going on, they might show it there as well. So it's a nice place to come and watch some outdoor movies or outdoor sports. And then you have the kids area. You have this whirlpool area, which is for everybody, not just kids. It likes the water circles around and you see people just floating around in a circle there. And behind you then have the kids pool area. Then finally, before going back inside, we have Johnny Rockets, which is the burger place here, which is a diner style burger place on board. And then once we pop back in from the pool deck, you then have the windjammer at the back of the ship. Let's go take a look at what windjammer looks like. because I want to show you a fun area here on Anthem of the Seas. Okay, so first you have, of course, the hand washing station. They require everybody to wash their hands once you come in. And then here you have the buffet selections. But I didn't necessarily want to give you a full tour of all of the buffet stations. They have breakfast going on now. So they have like breakfast favorites, scrambled eggs, bacon, sausages. They have some fruits, some oatmeal, cereal, everything. They have omelet stations, which are super delicious. I've had omelets on multiple mornings. You have the bakery here, and then towards the back, you have outdoor seating in the Windjammer, which you don't have in all of the Windjammers on Royal Caribbean, but some of them do. This one does, so let me show you. You walk all the way to the back. So behind me are now all of the food stations, and here you can go enjoy your food outside with views to the back, which I think is just so special. So here you can come enjoy breakfast outdoors and have views like that. I don't think it gets any better than that. So that puts us at the back of the ship on deck 14, which is the pool deck. So let's go up to deck 15 and see what we can find there. Okay, so we are now above the Windjammer on deck 15, and here you have the flow rider and the iFly. Let me show you what those are. So, closed at the moment, but here you have the flow rider, which is the surf simulator on board. And then what is really special for these quantum class ships is the iFly, which is the skydiving simulator. So you have that tube, which is basically like a wind tunnel, and there you can go see what it would feel like to go skydiving. So much fun. It has some complimentary sessions, so you can do it for free, but you really have to watch out because they don't have a lot of the complimentary sessions. At least that's what we found on this cruise. They do have paid sessions for like a longer experience, and those we've seen plenty of this cruise. So just if you want to do it, keep an eye out for it. Maybe go ask the activity staff when they have availability to do it for free, to give it a try and see if it's something you like. So I was up there for the flow rider and the iFly. Here you have the Ripcord iFly sign up desk. So here you can ask for availability and sign up for the sessions. You then have a rock climbing wall here, which will then get us into the Seaplex area. Okay, we are now inside the Seaplex, and here is where all of the fun happens. So you have bumper cars, which you can do bumper cars here. And then now they have like tennis courts set up and a basketball court set up, so it changes throughout the day. You have some foosball tables here. And it is a 2-story space, so upstairs you have then some further ping pong options. They have an Xbox station there, so all kinds of fun activities for the young and old. On the other side, you have the arcade. So here you have some classic arcade games if you wish to try those out. All right, so as we continue our way from the back of the ship, that was the seaplex and the flow rider way in the back outside. Now if we pop back out from the seaplex, we'll be on the upper deck of the pool area. And here you have the running track. But I have to say, on this ship, I'm not a super big fan of the running track because, as you can see, both sides are lined with sun loungers. And then, of course, with the sun loungers, you have people walking around here, and then people are trying to run at the same time. So not the best area, in my opinion, for running. You have so many traffic jams here, especially on a busy pool day, that it's really a bit frustrating for someone who would want to exercise and run. But just something to keep in mind. If you want to run, I would run at a time like this when it's almost deserted. So best time to exercise is when no one is at the pool area yet, really. And here you can see down to the pool area. Here, right beside me, I just walked past, is the area where they have a band playing with live music in the pool area throughout the day. And then we have the North Star bar as well as North Star itself. So that crane takes that bubble up high, up to 300 feet above sea level, and you get the most amazing views from there. It's complimentary. They also have paid sessions if you want a longer session in there, but the complimentary ones are perfect. And we've done it in port and at sea, so it's fun to see different types of views from there. And then there's also the suite only area up there. There's no bar or pool or anything like that, but there are sun loungers and you do have bar service up on that higher deck. And the entrance is from the inside. And that pretty much then covers the outside area of deck 15. So we're now inside again, and you can see down to the pool area, which we looked at earlier. This is what it looks like from above, and then back here at the very front of the ship on deck 15, you then have the spa. So here is the Vitality Spa and Salon. And on top of the spa, the only remaining thing that we haven't seen yet today is one deck up, which is the fitness center. So let's go take a look at that. Here we are on deck 16. Above the spa is then the Vitality Fitness Center. Let me quickly see if I can peek in. So lots of different equipment here for exercising. And then you can have running mats with ocean views. All right, so that was the tour of Anthem of the Seas. I hope you enjoyed seeing what all there is to explore and do on board. And thanks for watching the tour today. I'll see you on the channel next time. Bye, guys.